This Halloween comes the most riveting novel you'll ever read. The Keystroke Killer. One private investigator. One serial killer. One woman. Power versus revenge. Good versus evil. Who will survive? A riveting read. The Keystroke Killer. Available on Amazon and www.drmelcottle.com.
Milo clutched Livia's hair as he dragged her into the army green public restroom at Kenner City Park. The pervasive odor of urine filled the air. Matthew, in hot pursuit, retrieved his magnum and sprinted toward them. He raced into the bathroom, high on angered emotion, out of breath. Milo held a machete against Livia's throat as he grinned sinisterly. "You made it in time to watch your sister die. Let go of her. If I let her go, you will kill me." Milo taunted him as he pressed the knife harder against Livia's throat. "And if I don't let her go, you will kill me. Either way, you lose. Let go now." Matthew's muscles contracted, knowing the monster before him would take her life. What will Big Brother do? Save baby sis or capture a serial killer? His ice-cold stare of gunmetal gray prevailed. Both. I'll do both. Put the fucking knife down and we can all walk away. Giving up your vow to serve and protect? Milo taunted to get a rise out of Matthew. You'd let me walk? If I let her go? I think not. I must protest. I'll kill you. Put down the knife and let her go. Too bad. Milo slit Livia's throat and shoved her to the ground. You're too late. Hesitation kills. Matthew lunged to save Livia. He knelt over her and tried to stop the sprouting blood from her neck with his hands pressed hard against the wound. Livia! Her eyes rolled back. She took her last breath. Milo snickered as he watched the loving embrace between a brother and a very bloody sister. You're a butcher. You'll pay for this. Matthew lunged toward Milo and struck the cumbersome machete from his grip. He heaved him against the cracked, roach-infested sink. Milo's cheek connected to it and split open. Blood smeared onto the sink and dripped down Milo's face. Matthew grabbed Milo by the shoulders and heaved his head against the mirror, which shattered into several pieces and crashed into the pool of Livia's blood. Milo snatched a sharp mirror fragment, charged Matthew, stabbed him and sliced his left shoulder. Matthew glowered at him, bent to deliver a reverse round kick, but slipped on Livia's blood, falling backwards onto his butt. Milo laughed as he held back his mental powers to provoke Matthew. I'm just getting started. Matthew bolted up quick onto his feet and delivered a round kick. His foot connected solidly into Milo's ribcage, cracking several ribs. Airborne, Milo slammed against the wall. He grunted, took a deep breath, and charged Matthew. Matthew outmaneuvered the serial killer. He dodged him, clutched Milo's shoulders, and used the momentum to propel him head first, slamming him against the wall. Bloody, Milo zigzagged toward Matthew. Matthew rushed him, grabbed his shoulders, and butted his head against his forehead. The room spun as Milo staggered toward his opponent. His eyes rolled into the back of his head, collapsing next to Livia. Matthew kicked Milo's ribs. He yanked his handcuffs from the pouch so hard it busted his lip. Milo groaned and barely opened one eye, more of a wink. A drop of blood fell from Matthew's nose onto the back of Milo's bald, tattooed head. Matthew dropped to his knees and handcuffed him. "I have you now, you son of a bitch! You will rot in hell for what you have done!" Matthew knelt by his sister, checked her pulse and closed her eyes, brushing his fingers across them. He stood and kicked Milo's face. Police sirens blared as seconds ticked away. Matthew glimpsed his bloody reflection in the mirror. He ambled to the sink and washed his face. A light blue electrical power surge, originating at the overhead light fixture, radiated downwards onto the mirror, which captured his attention. The blue light pulsated, zipped through the running water, across the metal pipes and onto the floor to Livia's blood. Livia shimmered a faint blue as the surge entombed her. She became transparent and vanished along with her crimson blood. Matthew became faint as he felt Livia's life leave her body. "No!" SWAT burst into the restroom, pointing their rifles toward Matthew. Matthew raised his hands above his head. A red laser dot centered on his forehead. Without lowering his hands, he pointed at the unconscious and bloody Milo. "That's the co-ed serial killer. Notify my father, squad commander of the New Orleans Police Intelligence Unit, Matthew Raymond."